welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Deborah Budari and it's good to be back on your screen. Thank you for watching all my videos. You are the best. Oh, and if you've not subscribed, please kindly subscribe to this channel, okay?
And
please
put on the notification bell.
Yeah, so that when I post any other video, you'll be the first person to watch this beautiful content. So I'm here today with my husband again.
Wagwan.
Yeah, so like I brought him here to come and talk to our women. Sometimes it's better that you hear from men's perspective, from a man, but especially about relationship and all that. And in this world where we've started hearing this term like narcissistic man and all those men with narcissistic characteristics and all that, and people just they find it difficult to know who they are supposed to choose, when it comes to marriage. And it's a very important part of our life that we must not neglect. So I have brought my husband, my honorable man, to come and talk about qualities as a woman. What are the qualities you should look out for in a man that will make you okay, I want to commit to this person for life, to save yourself of headaches. You don't need it. So we'll start. So what are the qualities for a woman to look out for a good man?
Okay. So if you go out there are a lot of materials that would talk about 7 things, 15 things, 25 things. But because of the time that we have on this video, I will just try to point out 4 basic things that I think are very, very essential. If you want us to do more, you can let us know in the comment section. You can write us. You can we'll be glad to expatiate and do much more things you need to work out for. But for someone like my wife and for someone like us who love God, you see, it is, if you are thinking of a relationship that would lead to marriage, then the person has to love God. It looks like, oh, it's a cliche, love God, but you see, it's just safe for you to have it. And if you look at it, okay, who else do you have that is talking to this man? Who is he submitted to? Is he submitted to God? If the man is submitted to God, then you are safe that you're in the right place. So godliness is something very, very key. I was discussing with a friend of mine yesterday, and I asked her the same question, and she talked about the fact that the person must be godly and must exhibit the fruit of the Spirit. Okay, so somebody says he is born again and he is a Christian, and you can't find fruit of the Spirit in the person, then you need to double check if you are right. And the very question that a lot of people ask is, oh, there are a lot of brothers in church, there are a lot of pretenders, there are a lot of this, that. My answer to that simple question of how can you identify someone that is born again? How can you identify a true child of God? My question to you will be, are you one? Because if you are one, you will be able to. Exactly. There is no way I can struggle to identify another Nigerian. There is no way I will struggle to identify somebody that is from a CAC background because I am. Yes, okay, I can. I can try to behave like an Anglican, like my wife, but not so long. My wife will know that, no, guy, you are not an Anglican, Jare. You that you came into the church, you cannot bend when you get to the middle, and stuff. Simple things will do. So if you want to know a true child of God, if you're a lady and you want to know a man that is a true child of God, you first of all have to be a true child of God. But if you are a slay queen from Monday to Saturday night, and then you are a chorister on Sunday morning, the devil will arrange it in such a way that you will fall into the hand of another drug addict that has also come to church to come and look for it. So godliness is number one. Maybe you want to
I like that point,
yeah,
just sometimes we'll be like, godly some men. And so my point is sorry, I think I lost my thought. The thing is, it's not about the activities, some women, you just feel like some spirit cocoa sister, like, that are so spiritual and all that. They want someone that, fervent, that can be praying, like, praying firebrand and all that. Beyond that, like that fruit of the spirit that you mentioned is very key. That's what character. Anybody can claim, be doing all this gymnastic in church and all that, but you need to be, even in church, wherever you find yourself, if someone tell you that, like you said, you're going to know, and then they will exhibit that fruit of the spirit, that this person is godly. So it's not a cliche. If you are a child of God, you will know yourself. He said the spirit will bear witness.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. So the second thing that I would now that godliness is out of the way, you have seen that this person is exhibiting the fruit of the spirit and all of that. The second thing that I would recommend is it teachable? Is teachability. Is very, very important, because marriage will demand from him to change, to be able to adjust to a lot of things. And so how do you know if this person is a teachable person? There are very, very simple ways to know. Is he committed in his church? What is his relationship with his parents? What is his relationship with his friends? When he is with his friends, is he the only champion? He will be with his friend for 3 hours and he will talk for 2 hours 45 minutes 98 seconds, because he's the champion. All his friends, they listen to him. All his family members, they listen to him. He doesn't have a relationship with his father, because his father is also a male figure, and there is conflict. He can't stay in a church and serve under anybody, because he's not teachable. If you notice all those kind of things, then he may be born again, but he doesn't have a heart of flesh to be able to take teachings.
Just a question came into my when you were talking there. When you were discussing, when you were talking about this point, can we say that your position in your family determine how teachable you will be?
No.
Because maybe a firstborn child has always been a leader. You understand? Nobody is there to say, go and do this. No. So he has always been the boss of himself. Now, maybe someone that, compared to someone that is the last born of the home, and he has been used to listening to this elder ones.
Yes.
So can you say that? Is that a fact? Can it be a factor for some people not to be teachable? Because different people will be like, oh, it's not a general rule, but it's very key. It's a general thing that you need to look out for. But I just want you to look
at the position in the family cannot determine if someone is teachable or not. For instance, I am the last child of my family of 5, and I sit down with all of my 4 elder siblings and we reason things.
Yeah.
And if I have more convincing facts, they listen to me.
Yeah,
and they bend to even my dad. Sometimes he listens to me and like, you have a point there. Though it wasn't always like that, but now he listens to me. Now the same way. Now, but I am the last child, but it is not because I'm the last child. That's why I listen to my elder ones. When I see that they are counseling me, I reason with them. So, and then another thing is that although you may be the first child or you may be the last child or the in the middle in your family, somehow in other social settings you will not always maintain the position. Okay, for instance, if you are the first child, you may get to church and be the last person that joined the choir, so you are the least in the choir, and then you would have to listen to people who have been in the choir for years, who may even be younger than you age wise. So how is the person is able to adjust, and when the person sees a reason to do things differently from how he is used to, how does the person, so godliness and then teachability, they are very, very, if the person is too rigid, and it's something that
you don't have to be rigid, be flexible. It's one of the things I like about my husband. It's just to tell him, oh, this is how I think this should be, and he's going to think about it. And when he says that, okay, he says you're making a point. We don't prove a point.
There's no point to prove. There's no point to prove. In the part of Yoruba that we are from, they say everybody will bring their suggestions and their ideas.
But when you have a man that is saying that this is how we do it and that's what I'm going to do, it's really dangerous.
So even if the man is born again, but he always wants to have his way, he finds it difficult to submit and subject himself to other authorities that are supposed to be on top of him, then it's a no. Now the third quality, I want to rush over this because I see a lot of contemporary people make this grave mistake. A lot of ladies look for rich people, but the quality they should actually be looking for is kindness, not riches. You should actually be looking for a generous man, a kind man, but not necessarily rich. So a person may be rich and gives you £100 or £1,000 today, and then the next thing tomorrow the person is hitting you hard because of the gift, or is talking down at you, is talking down at you because of the gift and all of that. Is the person kind enough? The person has only one bowl of rice. Is the person able to share with you? All right, so that is actually what you should look at. Is this guy kind? Is he kind? When you are sick, how does the person treat you? How does the person remember your birthday? Is the person, but if the person is just so, what you should actually look for is not riches, because as long as the person is hardworking, money would eventually come at the right time. What you should look for is kindness. You want to say anything?
Before just marry a kind man. As a woman, is very key. When I was pregnant, and when that season of my life, I knew that I'm just like, if you don't marry a kind man, it's going to be hard, because actually it's a lot of things going on with you as a woman at that time. And you need someone that will be able to at least reason with you and bear with the pain. I'm not someone that would just be like, she what okay, I'm speaking in my language. Sorry, that's Yoruba. Are you the only one that will be, are you the first person to be pregnant and all that? But the help I got from him, it was as if we were doing it together. It was as if we actually
even till now with Morire, we are doing it together.
Everything. So you need a kind man for your journey to be easy in life. You need someone that will be able to reason with you and be human. So it's a very good point. Marry a kind man. Look out for a kind person, and he's not going to be kind to you alone. You have to open your eyes and see
and
how
see how he treats others.
others around him. How is it kind to his people,
others,
others at work?
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, if he's actually kind to you, and he is very very mean at others, especially his family and people that you expect that he should be kind to, if he is very mean to them but he is kind to you, my sister, dust your slippers and take off. Yeah. So the final thing I would like to talk about for today is support and encouraging. All right, does this man care enough to know what your dreams are, what are the things you want to do? Does he support and encourage you? It's very very important. Or does he talk down on the things you share with him that you want to do? Don't forget the story of Joseph. When Joseph shared his dream with his brothers, the first thing they said is, "You, this small boy, you want to be king?" For weird, they laughed at him, and then it became jealousy and all of that. So when you are with the man and you share the things you want to do, of course he might have had his PhD 20 years ago, and then you tell him that you want to have your masters, and he laughs at you and says, "Masters? Oh, come on." Is he supporting and encouraging you to be better? Is he your fire lighter and all of that? So you need to, is another thing you really need to look at. Does he try to put a cap on how much you can fly, how much you can earn? Try to limit you. I always tell my wife, there is no way our marriage will be the reason why you cannot do all that you want to do. I am going to be available to help out, to complement. Shooting this video tonight, 2 days ago I told her, I texted her over WhatsApp that you need to shoot these videos. I will be available if you need me, because your single videos, you can always do them at your time. But this night that we're going to be available together, we need to. So it's very, very important. All of the points that I've tried to enumerate tonight are just, in different compartments. Okay, so someone can be godly but still be working on being teachable. All right, somebody can be teachable and not kind, and then the person has to support your personal dreams and desires. You don't have to lose all your life goals and everything that you've always wanted to be because you want to be with this man. Yeah.
For a woman that is ambitious and you just want, I think most people do. We all have our dreams and all that. But I strongly believe, like you have said, when you have a man that is supportive, and then nothing should stop you and limit you, just do whatever God, with the support of your husband, you can push for it, and there are a lot of examples anyway that I have
godly
godly example, like in our relationship, where I know it was a push I got from my husband. So it's good that you marry someone that is supportive. But babe, before we end this, so do you think, out of the 4 points you mentioned, maybe the guy, maybe the point he has is about 3 points, should they still go ahead with that kind of relationship, or even if it's just one,
one out of the 4? No. See, so when we discuss, when you hear materials discuss 7 points, 6 points, they are not like the academic 100%. And if this person has 50%, and no. These are things to watch out for. If you marry somebody that has 1 out of the 4, when you get into the marriage, you will see. You will see what the advice that you've always had is like. And if you marry somebody that ticks all the boxes, of course you are going to be happy, and you are going to be glad. For people that are in marriages already and they can testify to some of these things, they will know. So it's not academic. It's not like, oh, if the person has 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4, or 4 out of 4. No, it really doesn't. These are just things you just need to watch.
Be aware
So
of. Yeah.
so if whatever your decision to go ahead with the relationship or not, whatever it is, it's gonna be the grace will
So
be
I think,
so
babe, we'll do another video. It just came to my mind now that we can do another video on how premarital counseling helped our relationship.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the greatest blessings that we had.
Yeah. So,
and then I want to say something, that if you have any rebuttal for any of the points that we have discussed tonight, you have anything, just let us see in the comment section. If you're in a relationship and you need our advice, or you want our input and suggestion, please don't mind my son. He is also trying to have conversation with you people. Just let us know, and please turn on the notification bell, so you can always get the videos when we drop.
Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. See you next time.
Ciao.
Bye.